Hey guys, good morning, welcome to another live session of Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US30, sell, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.
As a trader, we all look for tight or low spreads, which helps us to get in and out of the market. Using the right broker can help us try different strategies. With multiple options of brokers on the web, here at Stock Sniper Trading, we have a recommended broker, that is, HankoTrade. With spreads as low as 0 pips, and leverage up to 500x, HankoTrade is just one click away. With multiple account types to choose from, you also have a minimum deposit of $10. Using HankoTrade's affiliate program, refer a friend and earn up to a 40% commission on trading volume. Built by traders, for traders. HankoTrade.
Recording in progress.
Hello and good afternoon. Welcome everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome. Thanks for joining. My name is Ron. My partner is Dave. Welcome to Stock Sniper Trading. We appreciate all of you guys for joining. And today it's 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern right now. We're going to go till just after 3 o'clock. And it is Monday, December the 4th. So thank you everybody for joining. We appreciate everybody here. Welcome everybody on Zoom. Thank you guys for joining. Terrell, Jonathan, Leon, Promello, thank you for joining, guys. Bonnie, Eunice, thank you for joining. Newt, my man, thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Annette, Arona, thank you. And Yuthi, all the way from Germany. Thank you guys. And all of you guys on YouTube, we appreciate all of you guys as well. ENL, Pacific, Darren, welcome guys. And Jason, civil engineer, welcome. Mustafa, welcome bro. And thank you guys, everybody, for joining as well. We appreciate everybody, okay? Thank you guys for all the support you guys are giving us. We do greatly appreciate it. Okay, so guys, if you're just waking up right now and you're just looking at the markets, I'm sure some of you guys have seen gold made some explosive moves yesterday evening when the markets opened up, the futures market. Gold made a big bullish move, took out those all-time highs, and since then it's been selling off. So we're going to talk about it. What happened? Did it take all the pending orders up there? There was a supplier up there waiting with pending orders, and you guys just have to trade careful going into weekends, please. We can't stress this enough here. You got to do an analysis on the top down to see how gold was trading on the monthly, the weekly, the daily, going into a volatile weekend when on Friday the truce ended in the Middle East and war continued. So you have to be aware of that, guys. If you're going in for selling on the weekend gold, you got to be aware of the risk you're taking of doing that type of trade. Okay, so please, guys, take this very serious if you're looking to hold positions over the weekend, because it can get very, very, very volatile, especially these times, what's going on around the world. Okay, because some of you guys got your accounts wiped out. And we tell you guys this every single time. If you're going to swing trade or you're going to hold over the weekend, only risk a certain amount that you're willing to lose and you're okay. Don't go full leverage and go in big sells and just hope for the best on the weekend, because you have no idea what can happen on the weekend. It's out of your control. And when you wake up and your account is gone, and some of you guys are trading with no stop loss, it's the facts of trading, guys. You need to stop this casino gambling style of trading. It's not trading. You're not trading. You're just hoping, praying, guessing, and just hope for the best. You're not trading, okay? I just want to make that clear. I don't want to start the call like this, but it's very, very important that you guys understand this, because there's going to be next weekend, the weekend after, and the weekend after that. That if you continue to do this, you are risking losing a lot of your profit, and you're risking losing your prop firm. You're risking losing your own money. Okay, guys, are we aware of this? Please, guys, let me know. Are you guys? Do you guys understand what I'm saying, or again, am I just talking to myself? Because we talked about this all last week, even on the Friday. We ended the call on a Friday afternoon, and I mentioned to you guys, if you're going to trade power hour or hold positions over the weekend, especially gold, how volatile it can be. Maybe I'm just talking to myself here, and nobody's listening. I don't know, but well, let's get into these markets, okay? Yeah, and SST, we were long on buys on gold too. So even the scalper pros were all buys. When you do a top-down analysis, you look at the monthly, the weekly, the daily, Bitcoin too. If you're trying to short Bitcoin, you're in trouble right now, because Bitcoin is breaking through that 38,000 resistance. I've been talking for over 2 weeks now, and it broke through it and it got up to 42,000. So if you're trying to short that, you could be in trouble, guys, when things are breaking through some serious monthly areas of resistance and all-time highs. Okay, so we will be looking at US30 and gold today, okay? We will get into that. Over here on the right, we have Bookmap right now. It is on Dow Jones, and currently we are above the VWAP. There is cumulative volume delta is negative, so there is some absorption happening on the sellers right now, but it's still continuing to push up. We might reach 36,200 area of resistance, but we'll do a full top-down analysis on this. But first, let's get into looking at the news in the markets. Okay, so this is this week. We mentioned to you last week that Friday did not have NFP, last Friday, due to the holidays of Thanksgiving. Friday NFP is this week at 8:30 a.m. We're going to walk through this week's folders so that we are aware of what to expect and what is coming up. So let's make mental notes of the big days. Today is Monday. We've already gone through half of Monday. We've gone through the London session. Wall Street already opened up, and now we're in midday. So do we have anything in our session this afternoon? I don't see anything on here. So we're going to move into tomorrow. Tomorrow we do have some European news, okay? French, Spanish, Italian, German. It sounds like we're in the Euro Cup over here. Guys, just shout outs to Albania. They are in the group of death against Italy, Spain, and Croatia. What a hell of a division. What a hell of a group that's going to be. So I don't expect much out of Albania in that type of group, but they're with the top teams. So I'm happy that they qualified. That's number one. But wow, that's a big group. Okay, so it's kind of looking like here, like this is the Euro Cup finals over here. We got the French team, we got the Spanish team, we got the Italian team, we got the German team. This would be a group of death if we were talking about football over here. But this is actually news in the markets, okay? So they are low impact yellow folders, but if you are trading in London, make sure you are aware of what you're trading here and how it can be impacted and affect the certain security you're trading. In London, you should be looking at maybe DAX or GBP USD, Euro USD, maybe look at more European securities and currencies. As we get, what does it mean? Quickly just click on the folder and it will give you a brief description of what it is and what it measures. It's a level of diffusion index based on surveyed purchasing managers excluding the manufacturing industry. Actual greater than forecast is good for the USD currency. It's released monthly. Why do traders care? It's a leading indicator of the economic health. Businesses react quickly to market conditions, and their purchasing managers hold perhaps the most current and relevant insight into the company's view of the economy. So we will be looking at that tomorrow. And also, this one is really, really important in my opinion, JOLTS job openings. So this is also at 10 a.m. So you have two back-to-back red USD folders. So you can expect some volatility right after Wall Street at 10 a.m. What do we have for JOLTS job openings? Previous was 9.55 million. What are they forecasting? They're forecasting 9.31 million. Okay, what does this mean? We can see that it is a decrease, but what is jobs jolt openings? What is it? So it measures number of job openings during the reported month, excluding the farming industry. So they're forecasting a decrease. Actual greater than forecast is good for the currency. So if we see a decrease below the forecast and the previous, maybe it's going to be bad for the US dollar, but we'll see when it's released. And if you don't know what JOLT stands for, it's Job Openings and Labor Turnover Survey. And there's some news you can read over here if you're into that. If you want to read any articles relating to this might help you understand what's going on. They were talking about UAW, the strike. Now they're back at work, so that will change up the numbers a little bit. So if you guys do follow that, the big three had a strike and now they're back at work, so that will affect how many job openings there is, people back at work, and things like that. So you have to take all these things into effect if you're looking into those numbers. And if you're going to trade into the Tokyo session tomorrow night, we have AUD GDP quarter over quarter, red folder. Make sure you are aware of that. Okay, and let's continue to move quickly into Wednesday of this week. Wednesday, what do we have? Light again, not so much. I don't see any red folders in London, so relatively balanced in London. We start to get some volatility over here. GBP, this is red folder. Bank of England Governor Bailey speaks at 6 a.m. Eastern. At 8:15 a.m. Eastern, we have ADP non-farm employment change. So look at the times, look at everything. Their previous is 113,000. They're forecasting 126,000. That is an increase of 13,000. But what does it mean? Estimated change in the number of employed people during the previous month, excluding the farming industry. So they're seeing a little bit of an increase there. And look at the times too. This red folder will be at 8:15 a.m. Eastern, and 5 minutes after that, at 8:20 a.m., it's COMEX market open. So if you're trading gold, it could get pretty volatile at 8:15, 8:20, and then we get into 8:30. So careful on Wednesday when you're trading. And then we move into 10 a.m. This is what I'm interested in this week. I'm Canadian, so I follow the Bank of Canada rate statements. I follow these overnight rates. I can see that they previously were sitting at 5% overnight rate, and it's forecasting 5%. So it is they're forecasting no increase, no decrease. They're just forecasting a pause. So we'll see what the actual number is coming out here in Canada, and then we'll have the next one coming next week in US with FOMC and Jay Powell. So we'll see what Canada does this week on Wednesday. So far, they're forecasting no increase in overnight rates. Okay, and as we move into Thursday, again, lots of things going on in London. You've got all type of things in here, all type of folders, but no real significant red high impact folders. So it could be just a choppy session over here. 8:30 as we move into Thursday, week over week, every single week. These are weekly unemployment claims. We can see previous 218,000. They're forecasting 221, and that's a difference of 3,000. We all should know what unemployment means by now. We talk about this every single day. This is the number of individuals who filed for unemployment insurance for the first time during the past week. If you file for unemployment, you don't have a job and you're looking for work. So how will that impact the economy? How will that impact everything? So these are released every single week on Thursdays at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. And more importantly, we are moving into Friday. Friday is the big day this week. This is what the entire market is waiting for. This is NFP, the final one of 2023. So our non-farm payroll, this is at 8:30. This is going to be big, guys. So please listen to what I'm saying, because a lot of you guys never listened to me on Friday when I was saying that the markets were going to be very, very volatile over the weekend with gold. And a lot of you guys didn't listen, and you paid the price when you saw how you went against the gold trend and you over leveraged and you lost your account. This too, you could, same effect. If you go into this red folders over here with you're not managing your risk, you're going in YOLO, you're having fun, it's all good, let's gamble our entire accounts, and you have no respect for a stop loss and you over leverage, I'm telling you right now, the market will take your money. It will, because this is highly volatile. This is the last NFP event of 2023. Okay, let's take a look at what will be coming out at 8:30. average hourly earnings month over month in the US, red folder. Previous 0.2%. There's an increase of 0.1, 0.3%. We will see the actual number when it comes out. Non-farm employment change. We have a previous of 150,000 and they're forecasting 179,000. That's a difference of 29,000. And what is it? What does it change in the number of employed people during the previous month, excluding the farming industry? Actual greater than forecast is good for the currency. So make sure you understand this. Job creation is an important leading indicator of consumer spending, which accounts for a majority of overall economic activity. Okay, so let's pay attention to these numbers, these folders, why this is important. And then finally, we get the big one. The big one is the unemployment rate. It's no change. 3.9% was previous. They're forecasting, again, no change in the unemployment rate, 3.9%. We'll see if it comes out 4% flat or if it comes out 3.8%, if it's an increase or decrease, or maybe no change, okay? And remember, this is the last NFP of 2023. That's why it is of high. You know, if I could make these red folders even darker red and put a caution, I would. But I'm trying to tell you guys ahead of time, be prepared for this. So if you're speculating when you're trading, trade a little smaller until you start to see the direction of the market, and then maybe continue to trade. But if you over leverage this and you're on the wrong end, you could be in trouble, okay? And we don't want to do that anymore, okay? Can we get a like on YouTube if you understand this week's fundamental folders, okay? Can everybody like? There's 125 viewers on YouTube and everyone on Zoom as well. I need you guys in the Zoom chat. Can you guys put a thumbs up in the Zoom chat so I know that you guys understand that what I just talked about, okay? Because I don't want to just talk and nobody understands what is going on. We have to be fully prepared. This is where we're doing our trading plan. We're getting ourselves ready for the markets. We're doing our due diligence. We're looking, we're actually, I know everyone wants to buy and sell gold right now. Everybody does. But how many people look and prepare themselves for the week? This is part, if you want to be a consistent trader, you have to add this in your daily routine. You don't have to do what I did and go through the entire week, but some traders do this on the weekend. They prepare themselves on the weekend. They make mental notes or physical notes of the important days that they're trading. What time of day is the high impact? That's where maybe you got to reduce your risk instead of increasing your risk. It needs to be done, guys. A lot of you guys are failing to do this, and that's why you're failing at being consistent as a trader. I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm trying to be honest and help everybody here, because there is a lot of traders who are still struggling with this. So it's pretty basic. This Forex Factory is a free website. It's pretty basic. It's nothing intricate. It doesn't really get into exactly. If you want more and more now, if you want to further your studies and get more informed as to what these things are, there's other platforms. There's Financial Juice, there's Bloomberg, there's investors.com. There's a lot of other websites that you can go into and start to really educate yourself on this, okay? So I'm just going to continue moving. My next thing that I do is I look at earnings. I trade US30, NASDAQ, but more so US30. So I look every single day. I prepare myself for the entire week to see maybe on what day will a security from US30 be reporting? Will it report pre-market or will it report after hours? If it's one of the big securities that I should be aware of, I need to be aware of this. So I know, let's say for example, Goldman Sachs. It's one of the big securities in US30. It's a big bank in the United States. I want to know the next time Goldman Sachs is reporting, because that will affect the way how US30 moves, and I scalp US30. So I need to make a mental note or a physical note on which day Goldman Sachs is reporting if it does. So right now, pretty light on a Monday. This was pre-market today, nothing big. If you hit this toggle switch, it will show us what's in the after hours today. So we got GitLab, we got Joanne, we got Kelp, and we got IDT Corporation right here. Some of these corporations you've probably never even heard of. Some traders trade these individually with options, or If one of these is comprised in one of the indexes that you trade, S&P 500, NASDAQ, US30, you need to be informed, and then you can further your education as well to see how heavily weighted these are in your index. So that's, you can show more emphasis. That's why when I trade US30, I'm one of the securities that I'm really focused on is United Health. United Health comprises 10% of the overall index. So I'd like to know overall what is United Health doing on a daily basis, okay, especially when they're reporting their earnings. Let's move into just tomorrow really quick. Okay, so over here you can go to calendar. Tuesday, I can see before open there's 15 corporations reporting pre-market, and after close 16. I can see Friday. Friday is really light. Look at before open there's only 2, after close there's 0. So Friday and Monday, you can see Monday and Friday were very light on earnings. We start to pick up inside. It's like the meat of a sandwich. Monday and Friday is your bread, and then the meat and everything inside is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Does that make sense, guys? You know, so I like meat. I'm a carnivore. I love eating meat. So I love steak, I love hamburgers, I love kebab, I love all that. So I'm more focused on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in my trading. Mondays and Fridays are a little bit light in the market. That's like your bread right there. I don't care for bread. I like the meat in my sandwich right there. Okay, so that's where the volume is. That's where the markets really move. Tuesday to Thursday. Hit the likes if you understand that analogy. If you like kebab, if you like steak, if you like beef ribs, you gotta be worried about Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and don't worry about the sandwich, the bread on the outside. That's Mondays and Fridays, okay? And I love kebab or shawarma, okay? So we love our international foods. Let's go into Tuesday really quickly. Let's see what is coming out pre-market over here. NIO, okay, so NIO is an electric vehicle company. This could impact if you trade Tesla, guys, okay? See how it's not Tesla right here, but NIO is a competitor with Tesla. So if we see how they do, maybe if they exceed earnings and they do really well, we'll probably see a little push in Tesla. And if you trade Tesla, you trade NASDAQ, right? So you can see how just because Tesla is not reporting their earnings, you can see other companies that are in the same sector, same industry, are direct competitors with Tesla. The market will move, Tesla will move with the numbers that come out with NIO, if that makes sense too, guys. Not always, but it's a good indication that you need to follow these things, okay? If you trade Tesla, you might trade Tesla individually with stocks or options, or you actually trade it inside NASDAQ, okay? So NIO, right away, 6:15 a.m. Eastern. We've got AutoZone. Maybe some of these things you are not familiar to you. Again, go through it. Look for the ones that strike like a light bulb, the ones that you're familiar with, the ones that are part of your securities that you trade. And then let's check the after hours. Is there any big ones going in the after hours? Okay, so I don't see any that really we have to pay 100% particular attention to. But you can go through the week on the calendar just like that, okay? So again, 140 viewers. Let's hit the like button if you guys understand what I just did here. Okay, so we started off with going to Forex Factory. We looked at which days have more impact of high impact news and where the volatility is. Now we went over to the actual securities. This is earningswhispers.com. This is another free website, great website. And I highly recommend that you guys all follow this as well. And you go through each day. You don't got to talk like how I do you just got to go through it a couple minutes just really quickly. If I wasn't trading with you guys, I would have gone through this in probably 2 minutes and just seen what's going on and then continue to move forward, okay? And moving forward, our Discord, guys, we do send out AI bot signals and other signals here with the SST Scalper Pro over here. So just going forward, let me just delete some of these things here. This was a setup on AUD/USD. I just want to walk you through this one really quickly, how it came out, how some signals come out over here. So right over here, FX Major AI, sell AUD/USD 0.66F517. suggested stop loss 50 pips, suggested TP 100 pips. Okay, and it came out at 7 a.m. Eastern today. And when you start to look at the actual chart over here, this is what we're looking for. So you have your support that turned to resistance, and stretch across. And we have our sell zone right here, what we're looking for below this 0.66517. We need the volume to close below. It's kind of barcoding red, green, red. You got your little inside doji, and then we start to push down. So we're looking for volume to close below the actual area, or if it comes back up to maybe test the resistance up here and push down. But it already closed with the volume below, and if we're in a sell, we place our stop loss and we see if it can break this support and start to come down to this target. And as it continues to push down, even GBP USD, very nice sell setup as well. See below the box, red, green, and then start to push down and running for over 45 pips. And then also our USD started to push down for over 42 pips, right down to the suggested area here, where maybe you want to start to scale out a little bit and start to take some profit. Okay, so 40 plus pips on that one. GBP USD was moving down. And then also over here, just quickly, DAX. Okay, so DAX is a nice security to trade as well. You don't always have to just trade US30 or NASDAQ or SPY. You can trade DAX. It's a German stock market over here. So there was a long signal on DAX right here, a buy at 11:25 a.m. Eastern. Long is buy. DE30 is just the different abbreviation for DAX at 16,410. Again, suggested 50 pip stop loss, take profit, suggested 100 pips, and come with a chart. Okay, so what we're looking for is above here, the blue, 16,000, the 415, 410 area right above here. And also if it pulls back, we're looking to pull back into demand and pick up liquidity and continue moving up. But if we start to get the move, and this is static, this can move across throughout the day. And then when we start to see it holding, you get your big body candle close above, and there's your retest. It retested perfectly, 50% of the candle retested the exact area, 16,410, and you got 4 bullish candles moving for 20 plus pips. And then this is where you could possibly go to a break even and reduce your risk. Okay, but that is our signals. And also, guys, this I want to mention before we get into looking at the charts. This is posted at the top of YouTube. It's pinned. This is our free Telegram group. We highly recommend and suggest everybody that's on the call, please get into this group, because we show exactly what we do at SST. We educate here. There's a lot of educational material what we do here. We show trade setups right here. This was sold GU in the Zoom call. So we show you what happens in the Zoom analysis. So if you are ever considering to become a member with us, you know what we do here. This is just from a member over here in the Zoom. All my trading changed since I joined. Now I know how to take some profits, trail my stop loss, quit, and make it a day once I'm done. Congratulations to this gentleman right here, learning and earning with SST. And feedback from the Zoomers in all of our live Zoom sessions we do in London, New York, and Tokyo, and promos, everything that we do here, guys, our scheduling. So a lot of useful information in here. Please, guys, if you can join this free Telegram group, then it also has all of our links where there's no scammers, okay? Because we've got members who are getting approached by scammers claiming that they're SST. And please, guys, do not give these guys $1 of your money. They're gonna say to you, give us $500 in crypto and we'll give you $5,000 back. So please, guys, this is our website, this is our Instagram, this is our YouTube channel, and join this, okay? Free information here. And also our Instagram right over here. This is SST. Our Instagram, give us a follow. We got useful information coming out here, lots of education, promos, giveaways. So this is us right over here, Stock Sniper Trading, 44,000. And if you'd like to follow myself individually on Instagram, this is me, this is Dave. A broker of choice that we promote is HankoTrade Official right over here, and a prop firm, Take Profit Funding. This is Take Profit Funding. Visit their website right over here, takeprofitfunding.com, and you can start to see what they offer if you're looking to get into a new prop firm. They have their different challenges, 1-step, 2-step evaluations. They have 15,000, 25, 50, 100, 200, different rules and regulations to follow. Give them a look if you're interested in a new prop firm. Take Profit Funding. Okay, guys, let me just get a sip of this coffee from Tim Hortons, please. And if Tim Hortons is listening, we would love a sponsorship from Tim Hortons, and double doubles and Timbits all day over here. Okay, are we ready, guys? What should we start off with? Gold or US30? You guys pick. Thank you, Marcos. Just getting and leaving a like and learn a lot with the candles. Thank you. US30. Okay. Efren, let's get started. Annette with US30, and then we'll move into gold. Gold, I can see right now is just barcoding, consolidating right now on the 5 minutes. We have US30 made a move right up to here and just pulling back a little bit. And I'll leave it on Bookmap right now. So you can see on Bookmap, see the heat come in the market right there. It's this deep red color. That's the big pending orders that just came into the market. And you see, I'm going to place a yellow line right there. We see that we could not break above 36,250. There's 121 offers and 67. So quite a big block right above us. And you can see how the buyers transacted right into that supply. And it was kind of like a double top where it came down and then back up. And then they really pushed it down. So right now we're getting a little bit of a pullback selling, and it might come down to the VWAP. This is the white line, the volume weighted average price. And again, it reaches a nice psychological zone right here of 36,200, where there's 61 current bids in the market. We'll see if it can come down here and hold. And you can see there's a little bit of heat down here where there is a block. See how it just changed to 91 bids? So I'm going to place a yellow line just for visual so we can all pay attention to these areas. And I can see how it reacted in the past, right over here where it tried to break and it went back up. It tried to break again and went back up. It may come down and go back up. It may even just continue to populate these bids a little higher, and then they're building a higher low, and the depth of market is building below us, where it may not even come down to touchdown here. So far it's holding right here, and they're continuing to maybe push it back up. Okay, so this is Bookmap, guys. If you like a live liquidity platform, you can use the link in our description on YouTube. It will take you over, and you can practice Bitcoin for free right now. Okay, you can use this platform. They only allow for free demo is with Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is live. It's amazing right now. Bitcoin is really fun actually to watch right now. So you will see everything on Bitcoin. You'll see all the live offers. You'll see all the live bids. You can add the volume weighted average and see how Bitcoin reacts at that level. You can add heat in your background right here, so you can see these big blocks come in the market. You can use this cumulative volume delta indicator, and what this indicator is it shows us all of our net transactions, because when we transact, we don't know exactly what is going on, like when we're watching candlesticks. But with this, it's showing us negative 1,000 almost is sellers are absorbing a lot of these buyers, but it's still making a bullish move of higher lows. So we haven't really broke any critical structure yet. So we know that a big market player is absorbing a lot of these buyers. Okay, so let's get on to US30. Let's start our full top-down analysis. And we start off with the daily. Okay, we want to start off on higher time frames always. Okay, I talked about this chart for the past couple weeks over here, and just really quickly, okay, just to get our minds ready for this week. You remember this double bottom bounce right here? We talked about this area. Look how far away we've diverged from this area. Remember, this was a engineered move from a Friday, Monday liquidity grab. This big red candle impulsively broke down and closed below on a Friday. They gapped it up on a Monday, similar to like a weekend move, and then they brought the market right back up. But there's our actual double bottom. One bottom, two bottom, liquidity grab, stop hunt, pending orders, raid, whatever you want to call it, and they got the liquidity and they pushed the market. I can clearly see where our neckline is. Over here we had a pivot where the market went right back up. It turned to resistance right there, turned to resistance right there. Then when the big green candle kind of closed above after some consolidation right here, red, green, red. This candle right here on November 10 closed above, gave us good confirmation, and we continued to move away from this area. So you can see this is now a support level in the future. We're nowhere near 34,000, and this is also another pending block waiting in the market. We're nowhere near 32,800, but maybe next year the market may rotate down and come to these areas. So it's nice to identify and wait and be patient and disciplined. Let the volume come to you. Here's another area where there was demand turned to resistance right there, resistance right there. There's my double top where one top got rejected and my second top got rejected and then pushed right back down. So this, let's bring this zone across, and is the volume above? Yes, it is. So we consolidated green, red, and in this daily candle right here on November 20 closed above. We respected our green box and we continued to pump up. So this is another 35,000 block waiting in the market. See how I'm stretching these things across into January? Because these are static blocks we've already identified. Here's another one. This was most recent. We talked about this last week. This July-August resistance right over here where we could not break above there. Now, again, the volume, look at the big bullish candle that broke well above it and closed above, and we still haven't even came down to retest this area. So this big day, Thursday, was a big bullish candle, and Friday was also very, very high. Look at today, how it's ask yourself, okay, on the daily, are we asking ourselves questions? Okay, here we are. Look at where we closed. Okay, Friday, short pullback, took out the Thursday's high. A lot of bullish volume where it made a high of 36,260, and then we got rejected and we closed right there. How did we open today? What type of open did we have today on the daily? Who can tell me? What type of open did we have today? No, it didn't open as a hammer, Patrick. How did we open, guys? Okay, we closed right here on Friday, and here's our Monday open. No upper wick, ignited bearish candle. Okay, ask yourself. Okay, you gotta ask yourself questions. Does this make sense? All of this bullish. Look at the last 2 days over here. Look at Thursday. That is a very bullish daily candle. Look at Friday. That is an extremely bullish candle where it closed right near the high. Like how many pips were we off from the high? Right there, 250 to 265. Let's say 15 pip move off the high. Okay, look at how they opened Monday. They engineered this move. Okay, how did it not open green a little bit and just take out and test 15 pip high with all of this green volume and continue pushing up? This is engineered move on the weekend. The supply came in and they're holding the market down. So it opened, ignited red bearish. It didn't even have any, like to take out that little wick right there and pop. Okay, when we're scalping, that can happen no problem. On the daily, they held it down. So this could have given you the bias right away that market is going to be bearish today. And look at what it did. It came down red, 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 and stopped right there. 36,025. Our whole numbers, our nice quarter increment moves, and we stopped right there. So when we stopped right there, that's our low of the day. We found all of our buyers, and the buyers brought it right back up to where we are right now. So this is not a hammer candle. This is a hanging man candle. Okay, it's still got the red body above us. If this was a hammer, this has to flip, come all the way back up and then flip the top and turn green, and then we bust out as a hammer. Right now it's still bearish. We have to respect this selling volume because they held it down initially when the day opened. Okay, and look at now from the wick of the low to Friday's wick. Now I found like a little gap in the market right there. Guess what I'm going to place there? There's my green box right there. And I'm going to use this the rest of the week. Okay, so you see this green box, we're nowhere near this one, and you see right here, that wick of today's low and the wick of Thursday's high, and you see that volume inside, that didn't get triggered. That's fair value gap, as they say, okay? So that's pending in the market, waiting. Maybe we come back down and maybe buyers are waiting to take it back up. But if we lose this green box, for example, this week, if Dow sells down into here and we close below, we flip this red, maybe we come down, look at this big, look at how much, like, we don't have any traffic where this thing could come all the way down, back down into here and fill all of this imbalance that this had this big bullish move. So guys, before I move on, do you guys understand what I just did there on the daily? Because some of you guys were confused, okay? Right away, you can tell that today could be possibly a bearish day, the way how they engineered the open. That's why you got to pay critical attention to price action. Whether you're a daily trader, a 4-hour trader, an hourly trader, a 30-minute trader, a 15, a 5, a 1, 30 seconds, 10 seconds. It doesn't matter. Price action is price action. Okay? If I told you right now, this isn't the daily, these are 5-minute candles. These are 5-minute candles. You guys would have absolutely no idea. Okay? Now, what we got to do is find some critical areas. So from like where I have the purple low and here, half of the green volume is probably right there. So what I do is I place like a yellow line just in case we're going to pull back into maybe half of it right here, and I want to see how it will react there. So I'm just guessing that's half of the volume. From here, from the top of the purple line right here, the volume from right here at 36,025 to the top right there, half of it is approximately right there. And I can look to the left of the chart too to maybe look for a physical area. Now you see how I'm looking to the left of the chart? I placed my yellow line when I had no idea what was going to the on in the left because I placed it right in the middle. Now I go to the left, I can come all the way to January of 2022, I come to December of 2021, and I come to November of 2021. So I can see the last time daily volume kind of traded inside here. This is where I originally placed the yellow line, and is it in a good area? Let me see, I can adjust it. I can go to that wick right there where it came down. Here we close, push down. I believe it's in a good area. It separates all of that. I can continue to see one more area right here where I'm going to place a yellow line at 36,180. Why am I going to place a line here? Because I see price action, how it reacted right over here in the past. See right there, it got rejected there, got rejected there, got rejected there. Red volume below that yellow line, pushed down. Here it came up, got rejected there. Here it came down, came back up green. Here it came up to that purple line, volume open right below there and pushed down. So now I'm starting to get a little bit of levels if I'm going to start to scalp now in between these zones. So back to the daily. We still have to respect this bearish head that we have. Above us, the purple, what do we have above the purple? Okay, so let's see in case they break it out again this week and it comes back up. See the purple line? That's our high right now. So if they break it out, I can see an impulse break on different days over here. I can see November 16 of 2021, they impulsively broke it out up to here. And I can see it lines up with that wick, lines up with that body. I get more information now. In case it breaks out from 36,250, maybe it goes to 36,320. If it continues to push, I can see maybe right up here. Another yellow line. There's a body to body. Sorry, I have a green and red body right here. Green, red body. And then you can see how it kind of acted as a little bit of support here and got rejected. I can see now where would I place my big red box above in case it comes up there? Right here. Here's a wick that got rejected. There's more rejections in there. That was another impulse breakout. But right there, I make a red zone. And so I get ready for the future. I bring it across. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts, or what could have happened or what should have happened. See how I'm now, in case it continues to move up, it could test this yellow line. If it breaks, the next yellow line. And then there's my big red box where that nice block, 36,500 block, maybe we'll push it back down, okay? So right now, we sold off. US30 came down bearish, but picked up higher low, picked up some buyers, and now we're coming right back up, but still we got this head right here. So we got to see how this thing will close in the next 3 hours and 15 minutes, okay? So I'm not just going to sit on daily candles right now. We're going to now break these things down. But it's safe to say we are very bullish on the daily. If you look at RSI on the daily is extremely overbought. It got up to 80 retraced down to 78. It's still very, very overbought. So we need red volume to close below here, maybe to get that sell. Maybe it needs to come up for like a double top. It came up, back down. Maybe it comes back up. Maybe they reject it again and more selling pressure brings it down. If we can close below this box this week, then maybe we're going to start to retrace down, and maybe the markets for US30 will sell off. But right now, it came down and still picked up the buyers. So let's break this daily candle down into 60 minutes, into the hourly. Let's see where the big moves were. Remember those sessions that I tell you to focus on? Let's just start from the end of the day. Focus on 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern. That's the last hour of Wall Street. That's power hour. Focus on 9 p.m. Eastern. That's your futures market open up going into Tokyo. Focus on 3 a.m. Eastern. That's your pre-London market. And also heavy focus and emphasis on 8, 9, 10 a.m. Eastern. That's your COMEX market open. That's your news when there's 8:30 news. Your Wall Street market open. There's just a flood of injection of volatility and volume at that time. Those are your major sessions. You should be focusing on moves. So I can see right over here, this was 2 p.m. This was power hour move on Thursday. Bullish move. We consolidated, pull back, still higher low, holding above there. Next big move, Friday, 11 a.m. We had a nice big move into noon, and then kind of consolidated here. Red, green, red. See in here, if you trapped all of this type of volume in here, maybe it's nice for scalping, but if you're an hourly trader, got to maybe wait for that red candle to close below. See how it's pushing down? You can sell. Stop loss above here, and then you can catch that move coming down, catch those pips. Now that we came down, when was this? 8 a.m. news. This is Wall Street. It opened red, came down, back up, made a high, and closed right here. Next hour, red, coming back up green. Now we're making our way back up to see if we can close above this yellow line. Okay, so some major now hourly areas of emphasis that I'm going to look for. Scalping is this area right here. I'm going to place a white line. Why right here? Because I've got a body, a rejection wick, It's also like 50% of this green body candle, half of it. And Wall Street was very volatile, but I'm looking to see maybe we can scalp our way up to that white line. Maybe it will get rejected there, because I can see Wall Street's rejection was right there. So let me just place a red box at Wall Street's rejection and at that white line, red. Okay, so I want to know that that's Wall Street's high, and it got rejected. And look at above us. We have no hourly volume closing above the purple line. They were all kind of impulse breaks and no real volume closing. So they've lowered the supply down, and it pushed down. Now it's coming right back up. Might come back up and go back down. If we kind of push above and close above here, yes, US30 is going to continue to be bullish, and we might continue to move. So the last 3 hours, if we look at the last 3 hours, right here, 11 a.m., closed above 50% of that previous red candle. Next candle came down. Look at it, right at 50% and held. Okay, so I can see that hourly right over here, 50% of this big green candle right over here, that's about half of it. Okay, green. Stretch it across. Look for your big body candles. Okay, just like you like your cigars, you like them with big bodies, full of flavor. We like big body candles. They tell us a lot of information. Forget about these little skinny candles. We don't like these little skinny ones. They don't give us too much information. We like the big body candles. Right there, if you identified half of it and that wick and you brought it across, you would see, okay, New York is very volatile. It broke it but came back up. Look at now, the volume is still holding above this green box and started to come right back up. Okay, so does this make sense, guys? What I just did. Now I'm just trying to trap more of the hourly supply, more of the hourly demand. I got my bigger block in case it breaks. We're at the high of the day up here, the purple line. So we'll see what happens. Again, the next hour, strong candle, close near the high, pull back, approximately 50%. But look at the hourly support. We're holding now these bodies, 36,143. I don't want to make the chart too messy, but see this? I now have the red box. I can take that white line and I bring it down here. The reason why I bring it down here is because now I see a body and a body. I see the red candle that came down, it stopped at the white line, went back up. This green candle was red, came down, stopped at the white line, back up. We now closed above the white line. Look at the retracement, came down red, red, red. We still held above 50% of this green candle. We're above the white line, and now it's starting to push and see if we can fill New York Wall Street's big rejection wick. That's where we're coming up right now. This body candle is going to close in 11 minutes. Let's go to now the shorter time frames, the 5s, and this is our scalp zones. So you can see, look just right before Wall Street, 8:30, sold, 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 all the way down to 9:25, found the bottom, and 9:30 opened up, big bullish candle, almost engulfed everything from 8:30. So in 5 minutes, we engulfed everything from 8:30. Little pause, indecision candle, and continue to go up to there. Then come into 10 a.m. We come all the way back down. Did it touch down Wall Street's New York low? No. Made a higher low. Consolidating, double bottom. You can see now how it came down. Right there, stopped, came back up, my neckline, came back down, double bottom, and now we start to move, close with some green volume above that daily, and then continue to push all the way up. It's getting a little bit now choppy. I can tell by the indecision on the candles now. Are we still trending up currently? Yes. So if you draw like a trend line, it is continuing to push up right now. And where can we kind of maybe consolidate this? Maybe if we see now, we've got some bodies closing above here. Maybe we'll see if it's going to now trade into the red box up here. Okay, so I make this a neutral area. And if I'm not in a trade, maybe I let it melt up to see if it will come up to that red box. If it can come up here, maybe, and then get rejected and then push down. I like to look now. RSI, okay, there's a little bit of divergence where it made a high and now it's a lower high, but it's still at this area that you got to respect, 66, because it could still push and get over bought up there, but it could gain some strength and it could just break right through here and then test that high of the day up there. Okay, but right now it's currently came up, got rejected, came up, pushed down, came up again, got rejected, sitting right here. There's my trend line break. So what I could do is, if I don't want to trade this entire zone, this like right now, I can consolidate it down to the next hourly support, and then I let US30 just trade inside here, and then I see what happens. If sellers start to push it down in here, I could look to sell down to there. If it continues to maybe accumulate in here and break out of here, then maybe I continue to buy US30. Okay, if it wants to trade inside here, maybe I just allow it to consolidate, or I can measure inside the box and I can scalp this. So if it comes from the yellow line just down to the white line, I measure it to see, is that enough for me to maybe scalp this market? Just from right there to there. It's approximately 30 pips. 30. I know it looks very, very small, but that's a 30 pips. Just from the yellow line to come down right down to our hourly support, that you could pick up possibly 30 pips. If it breaks a little more and comes down to that yellow, that's approximately almost 60 pips, okay? So if you really want to scalp inside here, if that's your style, it is my style. I like scalping inside here, but for now I'm just going to consolidate it like this because we're going to do a top down on gold. I'm going to add some EMAs on the chart. EMA 9, we're above the EMA 9 currently, so still bullish on the lower time frames, and our 200 EMA is right here. We just crossed over our 200, so it could be building where it is a golden cross and continue to maybe push up. But we do have lots of cumulative volume delta that has been absorbing this move. We can start to see maybe buyers, if these candles start to, we don't get too much green volume, the buyers could start getting exhausted up here, and it could open the doors for selling to come down. Okay, and you can see our volume bars over here. We've got a lack of interest like in green volume, so we could see some of our buying volume start to dwindle down and start to die off here, taper off. Okay, and then the big double top could be right up here. They could be forming a lower high right now and lowering the supply, lowering the offers before it hits our bigger box. Okay guys, and I will give you guys this chart in Zoom. 1 second, and we're going to move over to gold. and we'll get this done hopefully right before 2 o'clock. Okay, so Zoom chat. If you take a peek in the chat right now, there's a trading view link. It's the live US30 link. Okay. Okay, is everybody okay with that analysis? Did I break it down properly, slowly, thoroughly? Did you guys understand what I did there? To go from the daily, emphasis on the daily, emphasis on the hourly, and then we can scalp the 5 minutes inside these zones. You could also go down if you're comfortable down to the 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minutes, and you can scalp smaller moves. Like when you're scalping 1 minute, you don't have to look for extreme moves. You could just look for little moves, just going from here back down, and these are not just small moves. Like if you see right here, like how the red candles, they all got rejected there. This red body candle closed below. Maybe you sold that little indecision candle right there. You place your stop loss above. Just a couple of these candles coming down might be enough for you to exit the market. Like the big red one that came down, that's 8 pips. And then it consolidated, then dropped a little more for 20 pips. Sometimes when you're scalping 10, 15, 20, get your pips and get out of the market. And look just for high quality 1 minute setups. You don't have to trade every single 1 minute move, but you could look for those higher quality ones. Okay, so thank you guys. We almost have 200 viewers on YouTube. If you guys can hit the like button, if you got some value out of that, if you learned a little bit, we appreciate that. Thank you guys. It helps grow the channel, and we do honestly really appreciate you guys helping to grow the channel. You guys are a big part of this. Everybody is, okay? Now what I'm going to do, guys, we're going to leave US30 right over here to the left. Continue to watch it inside here. And we're going to do gold. Look at it. Gold has no heartbeat. Okay, remember what I told you right before we did US30? We saw how gold was just barcoding in here. It's not really moving right now. So let's do an analysis and we'll get ready for 2 p.m. new hourly candle. Maybe gold will start to move. Just heads up on gold. 1:30 p.m. Eastern, about 25 minutes ago, COMEX market, the exchange closed. Okay, so COMEX is the trading exchange for commodities, and it opens every single day, Monday to Friday, 8:20 a.m. Eastern, and it closes at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. There's still some trading volume left, but majority of the volume trades in between those hours. Okay, so we can look. Do you guys on Zoom, do you guys want to look at gold in the book while I'm doing the gold analysis, or do you want me to leave it on US30 book while I'm doing gold analysis? It's completely up to you guys. You guys are in charge. Gold, Robert. Okay, we'll do gold. We'll focus on gold in the book, and we'll focus on gold candles. Okay. So this is a new contract, guys. If you guys are with Bookmap, GCG4, this is going into the next quarter of 2024, the new contract for gold. These are futures, so the numbers are not going to line up with your numbers on your charts, okay? Remember, this is futures market, but we can look at the resistance, we can look at the support levels, we can look at the heat. It does reflect the same thing that we're looking at, just the numbers are a little bit different. Okay, so we do have it on the 15-minute time slices. Gold over here, 1 o'clock when we started the call. Here's 1:15, 1:30, 1:45, and you can see right there 1400 is 2 o'clock coming up in the next 3 minutes. We have got our offers above us. This is the current order book. We've got our bids below us. Cumulative volume delta on gold is currently positive 312, so it is showing a little bit of interest in the buyers. Maybe we're going to continue to push and break this resistance 2026, maybe test 2030. I can already measure that that's a $4 move, 40 pips, and then we have all of this imbalance where it sold off today at 10:20. Okay, so let's start off with a daily analysis, and we've got US30 also breaking down. So if you're trading US30, guys, watch for this big body candle to close in the next 2 minutes, and maybe if it retraces back up on the hourly and gets rejected, maybe we could sell down. Let's just watch this, okay? Since we're only 2 minutes away from 2 o'clock, let's just watch US30 right over here, and gold. Just before I do a top down and go to one full chart, let's just watch this close right now, because we're at a critical level at US30. We're at this daily level, 36,175, and let's see if we get some red volume to close below that critical daily line, and also our trend line, that current 5-minute trend line that's still holding. Okay, and we'll see if we get some more volume. So just to show you, remember the big red box up there? That was more of the hourly resistance, but you see the 5 minutes, we got rejected a few times right there. So our 5 minutes, they're lowering the offers down. So I just do like a smaller red box just for visual to show us we did come up, they pushed it back down. We did come up, they pushed it back down. We did come up, lower high, they pushed it back down. We opened red, we came down. Okay, so this is ongoing resistance, lower than the bigger one up there. You see how nothing is trading up there? So that tells me they're lowering the offers down. They're bringing down that supply. Philip, you were wondering about the bubble charts. Thanks for explaining. No problem, guys. Philip, there's a free link we have in our description on YouTube. If you want to test it out for free, you can test it out with Bitcoin and see if you like following live liquidity. And then if you do like Bookmap, there's a fee that it's to this rhythmic data feed. This is where we get all of our live data from for all of the securities. With all of these live liquidity platforms, you do have to subscribe to a data feed, whether it's Bookmap, Quant Tower, it's Trading Ninja, Ninja Trader. You do have to subscribe to some rhythmic to some data at some point. So there is a fee on that, but if you find it helps your trading, and I look at it as investment in yourself to help you become a better trader. It is well worth it. I see a lot of people spending unnecessary money on things that they don't need. If this will help you with your trading, then you might look at it as a business expense for your trading career. Okay, so we had the red candle push down. Did it take out the previous lows? No, it didn't. It came right back up, and look at how we opened. We opened with a bullish ignited candle. So can we sell this candle? Not right now. It opened bullish and just came right back up. So now it's testing the previous 5-minute resistance. Let's see if it gets rejected. Let's see maybe if more volume can consolidate below this yellow critical daily line. But right now it's bullish, coming right back up. Okay, so if you got caught on that sell, you sold a little early. You sold right before a critical hourly candle. That's why sometimes if I'm looking to trade and I know it's just a couple minutes before a new hourly, 4-hour, a 30-minute candle, like a higher time frame from scalping the 1, 3, or 5s, maybe I hold the brakes. Maybe I take my time to see, because sometimes, I'm telling you, I've been caught in the past a lot of times. So I've learned my lessons from trading like that. Sometimes I get really excited and I want to trade 1 or 2 minutes right before that hourly candle. When I was trading before, when I didn't know too much about the time frames and the different times, and I would get in trouble and then I get stopped out. Then I would review and see if I just held, maybe I would have caught. Look at now the rejection. Okay, so we came up, they rejected it, now push down. If this turns maybe into a shooting star candle pushing down, we might have momentum to take out the low and drop down to here. But it's still, remember, it opened bullish with that ignited, like today's daily bearish candle we were talking about. So now let's see if it can still, see how it's still holding? It's still holding bullish. So those buyers are still holding it down there. That was a big rejection. Sellers did push it down, but you see how it's still holding. I was saying to watch if the candle will flip to a shooting star. You see now how it's an inverted hammer, how it's still filling up and it did not break its low. So now it's collecting the bids. Let's just look really quickly at Dow in the book, just to show you. Okay, so that was that move that came down at 2 o'clock, came right back up. It pushed right back down, but you see how they're bidding it right back up. So you see now how the body of the candle filled up. So that rejection gets a lot of people excited, and then they sell it, and then they're coming back up. So that's why maybe you got to wait to see if the candle bottom will flip. Now again, it's coming back down. Again, the sellers rejected it and pushing it down. So let's see now if they can start to maybe push it down a little further. Cumulative volume now is above -1,000. Okay, so still a lot of selling pressure. Gold is starting to make maybe a move. Let's see if gold can close above 2026, this 5-minute resistance right over here. Okay, guys, I want you guys to understand this. Guys, don't just look at when are we going to trade, what are we buying, what are we selling. Do you guys understand what I just said there? If you sold before 2 o'clock, you could be in trouble. The way how this candle opened, ignited, and it came up, and then it came back down. If you sold that, you could be in trouble. Do you guys know what I mean by that? The volume is still holding where it opens. This is an hourly candle. I know it's 5 minutes, but this is also representing an hourly 2 p.m. candle. So do you see that maybe it's not the best time to be trading right now until we start to see something develop? Are we going to see the volume close above or below this yellow critical line? And we got 45 seconds, so I'm still not in a trade. Maybe I still got to wait it out here. Am I talking to myself again, guys, or do you guys understand what is going on here? Yes, no, maybe so. Yes? Okay, guys. Okay, now look it. Now the momentum has shifted. Now they flipped it. So those buyers that originally opened, look at now. The selling pressure has pushed it down. We got 10 seconds to go into the close. So the momentum of this candle has completely changed. Now let's see the close. Look it. Now it's pushing down. Okay, so let's see the close. It's below the yellow line. So we assume maybe the next candle is going to open green with demand and come back up to retest the zone. Okay, let's volume confirmed, closed down, and they flipped it. So now if this thing, this thing goes a little bit red, could look for a sell to push down. Okay, I'm going to sell this. I'm going in a sell right now on US30 in a sell. It did close below. I know I'm trading really tight inside this box here, but what I'm looking for is, can it come down and maybe test, take out these lows, and maybe come down to that 200 EMA down here or down here. I'm going to place my stop loss kind of above the red box up here. Give it some room to breathe and see what happens. Okay, I'm going in with looking for it to continue to stay below this kind of yellow line. If they can lower the supply, the offers down there. And what I'm looking for is to break down. And if the selling pressure can come all the way down to trigger this liquidity down in this VWAP and break this down. Cumulative volume delta is negative 1150. So I'm looking if the selling pressure can really maybe break it down right now and look to see if this thing can trickle down into here. So I'm currently in a sell on US30. Okay, and what we have to do is we got to try and break these physical tweezer bottoms right there, that 36,152. Try and break those two, because it sold down there. Sold down, came back up. Sold down, equal bottoms, came back up. Now we're pushing down, but I'm hoping with this 2 o'clock, this new hourly volume, that maybe we can get an hourly push to just break down into here and maybe collect a few pips, and to see if we can break that low right there. Yeah, some of you guys got in earlier. Sarah, you got 20 pips, no drawdown. Yeah, very nice. Maybe you took the previous candle. Okay, so look at what we're trying to break, guys. Remember in the book here, okay, focus on this area. We could not break previous right over here, this block, okay? So it held, again, it's coming right back up. So you see how they're bidding it right back up. But what we got to trust now is that our offers will start to come down and absorb these buyers in order to continue to push down. So that's why you got to give it a little room to breathe for it to come back up, maybe get that absorption, have the sellers maybe trap a few buyers and continue to push it down. Okay, so you see how we trapped some buyers. There they are, that little bubble there that brought it up. That was kind of the wick on the candle. They got absorbed, and now let's see if we can break some critical levels. The sellers are trying to break some critical levels here. This is our VWAP, like very, very close here. So we're trying to break. It might have to come up for a double top. Like unfortunately, how it came up, back down, it might come back up to test here, maybe the red box, and then more supply will push it back down to eventually break this area, okay? Okay, so I'm going to leave this. We're going to do a top-down analysis. Or do you want to stay with this just for a couple minutes just to watch? Because I still want to do this gold analysis. But right now, gold is still just consolidating in here. We didn't get that closure above 2026, I can see. Oh, you're on the 1 minute chart. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 1 minute's move much faster than the fives. Okay, and this candle is going to close in 1 minute. This 5 minute candle is going to close in 1 minute. So we originally opened up, it came up, got rejected. We took out these lows, but we didn't have enough volume to take out these previous lows. So it is in fact a higher low. It did come back up, but there is a little bit of red volume. We want to see how it will close. In the next 30 seconds, let's see if the sellers can continue to push it back down, close near low. Because if this candle flips, then we might be coming back up green. But this is why I'm giving it a little bit room in my stop loss to breathe, to get more absorbed by sellers. Okay, here's the close in 20 seconds. Let's watch how in fact it will close. And if you guys are watching gold, watch for closure above 2026. Okay, so we got a little bit of a red body. Did we close near the low? Not really. So again, this candle is going to open green in this area of support right here. It may continue to come back up, but we're looking to stay below this critical yellow line, stay below this red box, and see if the sellers can continue to push this thing down and take out this equal low right here, this 36,150. If we can take out here this yellow line, maybe if we can transact, see where there's a lot of heat down in here, right here at the VWAP. I want to see if the sellers can start to bring it down into there, and it's not happening right now. So still a lot of strength holding here. Sometimes there's consolidation right below when you break a critical area, like right here. Maybe the market will consolidate right here. And this is where double top could happen. Okay. And also, guys, I'm watching my stop loss. Okay, if it starts to break above here, I have my stop loss. Wow, Ruin, you got funded today. First time ever. Congratulations. That's huge. Just please trade smart. Please trade smart. I don't know what if you pass phase 1, phase 2, if you're officially funded, you got your live account, just take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Okay, guys, I have my finger on the trigger, ready. I'm still in the sell. I'm in drawdown, but I waited to see if it would break this high because that's where my stop is. I mean a quarter lot size, guys, quarter lot size. Sorry, you got stopped out on break even. It happens. It happens. You know, this is a very, very tight area to be trading. So break evens, look at it as a positive. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'm watching simultaneously Bookmap and TradingView. I see when it comes up, push it right back down. Like to see, but I like to see if the volume will close back below here, because if it starts coming up, that's going to be my stop loss, because I don't want it to close near the high and then open green again and then impulsively break out of here, because that will further my drawdown. So I'm very strict with where I place it. I'm above the previous high. It has not came up there yet. It almost did, but then they pushed it back down. I'm still in the trade. I'm in drawdown, but still holding it. I just put my stop above the previous high. Okay, but I watch how it's still filling up green, and then maybe the next candle they might come up, and then that's where I might get stopped out. I'm hoping that it gets rejected, back down. Maybe the next candle can open red, ignited, and start to come down a little bit, but this is a strong body candle. Strong buyers came in and they held the bottom down here. Did not let it break. As of yet, maybe it might break at a later time. So you see like, whoops, you see all of this like cumulative volume, like negative 1100, almost 1112, almost negative 1200. So there is a lot of absorption up there, but still strong. US30 is still very strong, not allowing it to break down yet. Okay, so we closed near the high, bullish ignited candle. So if it starts to break the wick, my stop loss is going to get triggered up here. Okay, so it came up, but it's a lower high, and then they're starting to push it down again. But again, it came down where it opened bullish, and then again, those buyers are still sitting there transacting. So I still respect all these buyers that are still holding this currently. Okay, so stretch this red box across, what I normally do. Is this going to be like the double top? Okay, so remember what I said. One top came down, came back up. I'm hoping that this can be the second top, but that red volume needs to come back and close below 50% of that big bullish candle, below that yellow line, below that 90 EMA, and then that might get it going to maybe sell off a little bit. But as it comes down, it's going back up. So we just caught ourselves in an area of some consolidation right now, but I'm still holding my sell in the red box up here. I got my stop loss very tight, like just right above that previous high. It's very, very tight. Okay, gold is still not doing much. Okay, so I really want to see now if we can close below this yellow line. Therefore, that will be closing below 50% of the green candle. If we can also maybe extend it and close below that 9 EMA, then maybe the selling pressure will increase. But this is the start of maybe a double top. It came up one time. There's the bottom neckline. Okay, I was in a little bit of profit, but not enough. I was looking for the bigger move down here. So put my stop loss above there. I'm still in the trade. This is the second top now. So I want to see the red volume again close below this yellow line. Maybe close below 50%. It came down, but the closure. If we can close below there, maybe retest it with a lower high, then they push it down. It might have enough momentum to break these equal lows and then drop down a little bit. But it's like a tug of war fight right now. We're very close to the VWAP, kind of consolidating now inside here, and it's right at that critical daily yellow line. Rav, the only time I would add is more and more confirmation down into this blue box where the official double top is confirmed, Rav, and then we're ready to break these equal lows. That's where maybe I would add a second sell position. But not right now. Not the way how it's coming down, going back up. Because this could come right back up, Rav, and break through here. So I just want to get stopped out on just one trade. I don't want to add another one here, and then I got two that I got to get stopped out on. So more if it closes below here, that's where maybe I'll add. Do you guys want NASDAQ instead of gold? NASDAQ, I see Newt, there was a signal that came out on NASDAQ. Do you guys want me to do NASDAQ? I was going to do gold, like a complete analysis of what happened over the weekend. We can do that later on at the end of the call. I can stay maybe 5-10 minutes, a little longer. Okay, but let's just watch. Remember the last 30 seconds, okay, shows who has the momentum. So we do have some buyers trapped above here at our area of supply. That's kind of where my stop loss is, above there. We've got some buyers trapped up there. So now if the market continues to move away from those buyers, continue to sell back down. So this area, this is where trapped liquidity is in the market. Right here, we want to move away from this area. Okay, so we did close below, again, the yellow line, about approximately 50% of that green candle. So we opened, it came down red just initially, coming right back up. So again, we got to get these offers to come down, to absorb these buyers quickly, and maybe continue to push this thing down to break this critical neckline, and maybe to continue to sell down in here. So I'm still in my sell, guys. I'm still in it. But now it's coming up green to test about 50% of our previous red body candle. So far holding, they rejected it. So now we just got to flip this momentum and maybe continue to push down inside here. NASDAQ, let's see NASDAQ really quickly. I'll just check the NASDAQ. 1 second, guys. $15,805. Okay, so we survived the double top, guys. Okay, so I know some of you guys got scared up there, but I put my stop loss above, a little bit above this area of supply, above the previous high. It was a very tight stop loss. I almost got tapped out, but now I'm in the trade and right back to break even. Okay, but now I'm looking for the physical push to come down, maybe get more red volume, close below this neckline, and then maybe it will continue to push down. Okay. Guys, do you guys understand how it came back up? That green candle could scare a lot of people in sells, but you gotta give it some room to breathe and trust analysis. It was coming up to test the trend line. It tested our supply zone. The buyers got trapped again. And now the market just needs to really move away. Okay, so I'm in blue now. I'm in the profit. Now I'm looking to take out that previous low. That's the yellow line. There's our VWAP. And then 36,200. There's our big block of 81, now 51. So you see 81 again. So I want to kind of transact down in there. That's my hourly support line, 36,143. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's see if this thing, we got 2 more minutes to go on it. See if we can really push down through here. Okay, we want to, if we can additionally close below these equal lows, that might enforce more selling momentum to continue to push this thing down from a higher time frame. Best set, $70 on a sell. Nice, congratulations. Okay, so you see how we came down to our previous low. Okay, and now we got to see how this body will close in the next 60 seconds. It could come right back up green again. Okay, that's what happens when you're trading inside a very tight consolidated area. Especially at this VWAP. This is where it gets real critical here. This is where that tug of war starts. And you can see the cumulative volume delta is negative 1400 now. Okay, so there is absorption of sellers absorbing the buyers. That's a fact. We can't deny that. But it's not breaking the critical structure yet. We really need this supplier to redistribute a lot of this volume and break these critical depth of market down below us. Okay, so remember, now we have 20 seconds. We're going to watch how it closes. We got volume near the low. We're close to the bottom wick. It would be really nice if we can close right near the low, but we do have the buyers still coming in right here at this equal low when we started the call, like 125 and 130. Okay, so that's the 30-minute support, 130. That started that nice bullish move. So now we're seeing, look at how they closed it, okay? Closed there. They opened it up as a harami inside. They gapped it up because they're trying to prop it up. They're trying to manipulate the move to come back up, okay? You can see, like, if you see where we closed right here, 36,155. They opened it up at 157. 2 pips above, they opened it up higher. Should have opened down there and pushed down. So now they're trying to manipulate the move to come back up. But if now the offers absorb those buyers, okay, right there, they just got caught. Now we got to just continue to move down with momentum, with more selling pressure, and try and take out this physical area right here, which is the 200 EMA and our hourly support. And then that's where structure could really break down, and that's where it could really sell down. But they're holding the market. You could see right there, they propped it up. Okay, so it's going to come back up, and then remember this yellow line, got to kind of stay below there. Okay, unfortunately, guys, there's nothing that I can do. There's nothing that we can do about this. They're helping the buyers bring it right back up. They're giving it a little head start. So you have to be able to stomach these moves. You have to be able to trust maybe the higher time frames that will absorb those buyers and maybe continue to push it down. So what we got to watch for is lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Is the red volume still below our critical daily line? Is it still below here? Did they come up and get absorbed? Yes, they did. So they came up right there. They're trapped. Now we need the selling pressure to continue to move away from those buyers that just bought that green candle. And if we can, we're going to flip the body back where they opened. So that's a beautiful retest, rejection. Now let's push it down and break and maybe drop for some more pips. We'll get to gold, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes we get caught up in a trade, but we have time today. We'll get to gold. We're approaching 2:30 p.m. Eastern in another 2.5 minutes. So we're going to get another critical 30-minute candle. So again, guys, momentum is going to shift in 2 minutes. I'm hoping that it will close down here and maybe we get that 30-minute momentum in our favor in the selling situation here where they've trapped the buyers. Okay, so now we've flipped into a shooting star candle, but we're trying to push exactly right where this candle, the low of the candle. See where we're trying to break this area, this critical VWAP area right here. Gold, guys, if you're watching gold, remember what I said here, 2026. Watch this area for a close going into the next 30 minutes. Gold could look for a bullish move coming back up to 2030. Okay, that's the candle we want on US30. If you guys are still holding the sell with me, that's what we want. Okay, they gapped it up. They tried to prop it up and come up, help those buyers, but they got rejected because we've got a lot of supply entering the market, and we need it to push and close below this wick right there. If we can close below there going into our next 30 minutes, maybe it will continue to push down. But it could also open up green and come up with buyers at 230. Yep, Powell, that's a change of character on gold. Okay, good analysis. Let's see what happens with gold as well. We'll do a full top down coming up very, very soon. We've got a spin top candle now, some indecision going into our next 30 minutes. So it opened up, they gapped it up green, they brought it up, then it sold back down to the here, and then that's coming back up with the buyers. So it might close with 50-50 with some indecision. We have 19 seconds to go, and then we're getting into a higher time frame candle. It's 230. This is our new 30-minute candle that could change the entire momentum of everything right now. Okay, so here's the close. We close with green volume. Again, they gapped it up, ignited. They're trying their hardest to bring this up. Okay, so you can see the critical level we're trying to break now. It's right here. Right there, right there. That area. It's holding very well. Okay, so it could very well come back up and test in here. So we got to see for a lower high. Again, my stop loss is still up there. See how momentum changes at the hourly time. Okay, I don't know if that was enough for anybody to get out of the trade right there. Guys, that was 16 pip move. You know, normally I'm pipping and dipping out of there. I'm trying to hold this trade longer for it to develop. But sometimes when I trade, guys, I look for that. And when it comes down 10, 15, 16 pips in and out, I didn't do it in this situation, so I'm back in drawdown. Gold, guys, closed above. Okay, right here. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Gold closed above 2026, holding, and might continue to push bullish up to 2028 and watch 2030 up there. Chub Beats, you did a sneaky in and out. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, guys. You know, the in and outs. Sometimes, you know, I'm looking for a bigger move. And sometimes you get caught in the trade. You get caught holding. It happens. It happens to everybody. Okay, but I'm still in it. So I saw it come back up. They rejected it lower high. If they can absorb these buyers early in this 30-minute time frame, maybe reverse this move, get it back down in here, maybe the selling pressure will eventually start to trickle down back down in here and break. And then maybe this is where, like Rav, you asked me to add another position. Okay, so if you see the market continuing to break down, they're absorbing those buyers and continue to push it down and close it with red volume below those critical levels, then that might be an opportunity after watching it going through the ups and downs and you're still in the trade, maybe might give you the indication to add another sell rev. Okay. Okay, look at that flip, guys. That flipped in our favor. Okay, beautiful. We trapped those buyers perfectly. Okay, now we need that official drop and close below here. Otherwise, again, it's just going to get absorbed and we're going to go through this roller coaster coming right back up. This is a statement candle. They came up at 230, very, very, very bullish. They rejected it. See how I brought this rectangle box across, lower high, but we need to push and break below here. If we don't, then unfortunately it's going to come right back up again and we're going to consolidate. So this has to break and close below here in order to continue for the bigger move with selling. Because otherwise we're just at this critical area, this VWAP. And it's not me, it's not you. It's the algorithms are going to hold this area and keep bidding it up and keep buying it up. And it's going to just frustrate you and I. But that's the rejection we want. And it came all the way right back down and look at where they stopped it again right there. So you can understand if you get caught in a situation like this, it's difficult. Okay, again they bring it right back up. 20 seconds to go. It's a spin top candle. It could open green and come right back up again because it's indecision. We've got buyers buying the bottom and we've got sellers selling the top. So ultimately it's going to come down to where and how the volume closes. It might close very neutral. And then we got to go through the motions again. Okay, so we close with a little bit of red volume. Not enough. If we close down near the low, we would have a different conversation right now. So it's still consolidating, but we're still below the yellow critical daily line. We're still below this red box. So we might continue with some more consolidating, maybe to try and break below here. Again, I'm at break even. So this is another thing. If you guys get sick and tired of the trade, you know, sometimes you go in profit, sometimes you go in drawdown. Sometimes trades come back to break even. If you've said to yourself, okay, I've had enough of this trade, maybe just close it around break even. You didn't win any money, you didn't lose any money, it's a break even, but maybe you can reanalyze the market and wait again. So there is that option for you as a trader. You don't always, every time you take a trade, you don't always have to let it hit either your stop loss or go to a take profit. Sometimes when it's trading like this, if you have an opportunity and it goes back to break even and if you've had enough of it, sometimes you can close it at break even. You didn't win, you didn't lose, but maybe you don't get you're not frustrated with this thing anymore. You can clear your head again, you're out of the trade and you can regroup yourself. Okay, gold closed above what I was saying here, above 2026, closed above, and it's holding. So if you're in a buy on gold, maybe place your stop loss below 2024 down here, and maybe let's see if gold can drive up to 2030. Man, sorry guys, we got caught in this trade. It didn't allow me to do a top down on gold. That's why sometimes I like to get the charts out of the way. We do the top down, then we look for trades, because sometimes we get caught up like this. And this negative cumulative volume delta, there's no doubt about it. It's continuing to sellers absorb it. We're at negative 1500 right now. But you see how we're not breaking this critical VWAP. It came down there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And they saved it 5 times with all of this selling pressure. So you can tell how strong the market is right here at 36,150. So eventually, I'm going to place an alert here, maybe after the call at some point, maybe in power hour. If sellers do eventually get it down there and close it below there, then maybe that could be the bigger sell this afternoon and then continue to come back down. It's not developed yet. We can't force the move, but we got to make note of it. Okay, but let's not neglect the fact that again we came up, we got rejected, pushing down, but it's coming right back up. Okay, so this is that tug of war. And then if it starts to now break out of here, unfortunately, my stop loss is up there because I don't want to get caught in a bullish breakout coming all the way up here. I don't want to get caught up there. I'm giving it more than enough room to breathe in here. That's my maximum room I'm giving it to breathe. Gold, is anyone in gold buys? No? Yes, Sarah, you got it? Trebit's 2 pip spread is okay. It's okay. For US30, most brokers have 1.2 to 2 pips. That's okay for US30. Okay, so if you're trading gold, guys, just look at previous areas. Like right up here, there's a wick that got rejected up there at almost 229, 2029. Got rejected there, and 50% of that. If it comes up, I would have like a red box right up here where it did really get rejected right up there, 2030 level. That's where you can make a decision if you're a buyer, maybe scale out a little bit if it can get up there, go to a break even. Guys, we got rejected perfectly again at our yellow line. Okay, so you can see lower high, trapped buyers, trapped buyers, trapped buyers. Continue if we can trap the buyers, but this supplier really has to release this volume so we can get some pips and get this breakdown right here. Okay, so I know it gets scary, guys. It came back up green, but it's a lower high, lower high. It came back down, came back up. That's a lower high, lower high. So we're closed back in profit back in here, but we really need the sellers to push this thing down and take out this VWAP. If not, you see it's building off the bottom, higher low, higher low, higher low. Okay, so it's like a pennant right now. We're getting pushed down from the top, but there is the buyers from the bottom. So we are hoping, well, I'm hoping that this is going to be maybe like a bearish flag where maybe it consolidates in here and then the big bar can break down, but it's not there yet. It's not there yet. Elvidius, can Dow go down and Nasdaq go up? Yeah, absolutely. They're completely different indices. Nasdaq is all tech. US30 only has a few tech securities. It consists of other securities. So they can go in opposite direction. Guys, gold was a good setup right above here. Okay, above that 226, what I was telling you. If you now flip that 226 green, see it's filling up perfectly. Maybe come right up to there, and that would be a good TP for. Okay, guys, that move right there is approximately 27 pips right now. Up to there is approximately 40 pips. So we held good. Sorry, guys, I didn't do a full top down on gold, but we held good down in there. All of this choppy consolidation. Then it moved to 30, closed above, and then there's nice move. Gold buys running in group. Excellent. Let's just take a look at it. Okay, gold buy, guys, here at 239. Here's the chart, okay, right here. Above 2028 over here, looking for volume close above, maybe a pullback, continue to take out that. That's what we're looking at, that 2030 high to break out of there. And starting to move, filled up to there. Let's see if it can continue to get that 2030. Beautiful, coming right up. And if it breaks, guys, could be impulse break, continue to move up on gold. Then look for 2000 right there, body to body. 2033 and a quarter. Those levels, 2033 and a quarter. But when you're up now 30 plus pips, maybe now it's appropriate time to go to a break even, or it's also appropriate time to scale out a little bit. You don't need to close the trade entirely, but reward yourself. Maybe take out 30%, 50%, 75%, whatever you like, and leave the rest running. And let's see if it continues to break through here. Take out that previous high right there at 12.15, and if it continues to move up. Guys, this is a yo-yo with US30. Again, it's coming right back up. I got to man my stop loss up here again, because if it starts to break out, I don't want to be part of that bullish breakout. Given more than enough room to breathe in here. Has not broke down here, so I still have to respect that buyers are holding this level. It's showing me clearly that they are holding this level, and it made a higher low, higher low, higher low. And now we got that bullish volume trading right back into this zone where the depth of market can flip and it will continue to buy. Maybe it will come up to the bigger red box, that hourly resistance, and sell off there. Maybe that's where the big sell will be. Okay, but right now we couldn't break below here. So I'm getting ready, guys, to possibly close this trade. See, Rob, why I didn't feel comfortable adding another sell down there. I just wasn't confident to add another sell. One is good enough, and it hasn't proved me to take another sell yet. If we started to push below here, maybe. Okay, so if this candle starts to push above this wick, that's where my stop is. I'm going to get stopped out of this trade and take a loss. But still giving it the benefit of the doubt that it is red, it didn't break, maybe it pushes back down, but again, got to go through this yo-yo. Iron Man, your first issue is you said bear flag when there's a bigger bull pattern. Yes, I understand that. Bigger bull pattern, 100%. I'm just looking for the scalp below here to break down. With this cumulative delta volume of negative 1600, and it was negative 1500 there, I was looking for maybe them to redistribute the volume there and just drop a little bit more. Drop, collect my money, and then buy possibly right back up with the bigger move. But unfortunately, it held there, so it did not break. Yes, you're absolutely correct. But again, I'm just looking to scalp just right below here. Not looking to look for an entire sell and break the entire weekly structure down in here. Okay, so gold is almost ready to break that previous high right there and maybe drive up to 2033. Any pullbacks, okay? So if you look to the left of the chart on gold, like right there, that was a critical area where they rejected it. There was green volume right there, and then the green volume bar started right there. So if it pulls back down, maybe to 2028 right here, maybe it may hold and continue to push back up. So if I'm now looking for where it could possibly consolidate, maybe right in here. Okay, but gold too, guys, okay? It came right into that zone, 40 pips. You know, some traders make a decision right there, especially scalpers. Made a nice move, came up for 40 pips. Again, rule number one, you don't have to close the entire trade, but you should, number one, be at a break even, so you don't risk any of your capital. Okay, that should be rule number one for all of us. Okay, go to a break even when you're up 40 pips. Then you have no anxiety in the trade. You have nothing. No, your capital is safe. If it goes up there, again, what I told you, you have a couple possibilities. You can scale out, take partials, reward yourself, close 30%, close 50%, close 75%, close 80%, whatever you feel comfortable, but reward yourself for taking that trade so that you can compound and grow your account. You don't have to close the trade, and then you still have the remaining percentage running. If it continues to go, great. But sometimes it comes up there and then it gets rejected hard and will come back down to where you entered and you missed out on 40 pips. Okay, again, this US30 is just playing games right now. Came red, back down, and going right back up. Okay, so I'm ready to close this thing out right now, especially on this move coming up. I gave it more than enough time to break down, and it just hasn't happened. So now it's a bullish candle, hammer, that's going to break out, and I don't want to be part of that imbalance push. So I'm getting ready, closing the trade right there. Okay, so I just lost there, closed out. Okay, so I'm out, closed, took a loss on that trade. So I'm going to place an alert down here, 36152 for later today. If the selling pressure comes off of this big box and comes down there and closes below there, then that's where maybe I'm going to look for continuing to sell at a later time. It might not be power hour, it might be Asian session, it might be pre-London, it might be at another time. But I can see that they held the market there. The 200 EMA held strong. Couldn't break. What about the US30, Patrick? I don't know. I'm not watching the signals right now. Let's take a look. I was just watching that own trade. Okay, so US30 signal. Let's take a look. Okay, so right here, 36,170. That was the double top with the volume closed below, push down for the 16 pips. Again, we're looking for that area to break. Did it break? So we're looking for this to break. It didn't break. So it's coming back up, possibly to break even. Okay, and also gold, one top right here, it's approaching the next top up here. That could be the start of like a double top, okay, or the bullish breakout from here, where it came up right there. Okay, we know where the neckline is down there. It's coming all the way back up, so technically that could be a double where it pushes back down, tests here, tests there. But it could squeeze, break above here gold, close above, then we flip this 2030, 2031, red box green, could pick up and change the depth of the market, then all of a sudden gold's coming up 2033 and then maybe back up to 2035. So if we can continue to break up to there, guys, that's a big move, 68, 70 pips up there. Let's see gold right now, what it's doing. Okay, so see how they pulled the offers here? See where there was heat come in, heat came in, heat came in, and pulled the offers, allows the volume, green volume to go through, pulled the offers, allows the green volume to go through, pull the offers, continuing to bid it up. Here's the next heat, 2050, right up here. And we'll see 63 contracts on gold up here. We'll see if they get pulled out of the market or if it retraces back down. If it retraces right back down, previous heat where it was offers might be the bids now. So if you kind of do resistance to support right there, if it pulls back there, like to see how gold will react down in here. If it can pick up these higher low bids, could continue driving. This could be, look at the divergence too. See how it's driving up bullish, and you can see that the cumulative volume delta is pushing down on this current move. Okay, from right here. See how gold is pushing up strong while the cumulative volume delta is going down. So that's showing divergence. So just be careful up here too, because this is where it could potentially push down. But it's still strong, still strong. Higher time frames are still showing strength. RSI is very high. On gold, 5 minutes. It's not too high. 65, still lots of room for it to run. How many pips is which zone? From here to the red line, just ruler. Okay, from right here, right up there, that's a 25 pips, an additional 25. 2030.75 to 2033 and a quarter, 25 pips, additional 25. But this move that we were talking about came nice 40 into the red box, but above that is an additional 25 pips to the next body to body move right here. But guys, this is what I'm telling you, just be careful up here. Okay, so they impulsively broke it out, they rejected it. Now it could open like a red candle and then start to push down in here with this cumulative that's the divergence that I'm trying to show you, where the market is still pushing up, but you can see that the cumulative volume delta is pushing down. So that's showing a lot of these net transactions up here are leaning towards sell side liquidity, but we still have a strong bullish move that's breaking through, that's trapping the short sellers and could squeeze and continue to break out. So if it pulls back and it holds this green box, or if it pulls back and it's still holding that higher low wick, then this could continue to drive. If we get green volume closing above here on gold, and this whole thing can flip and continue pushing up. Yeah, US30 is a mess right now. Okay, so I got stopped out on that impulse candle. I didn't want it to drive. Could I have been still in the trade? Yes, I could have, but I don't take that risk in case it flipped, which it did. It was a strong hammer. It could have easily just continued to push up, but at a later time I can go back if it starts again, closes below this yellow line. But I don't want to trade this area anymore. I did for the majority of this call, trade inside there. Again, I did not take out my pips. I could have on that candle. When I look at it again, it came back down for that 15 pips. I was waiting for the bigger move. I didn't risk a lot. For my account, quarter lot size, well within my risk. I lost 75 bucks on that trade. I'm okay with that. Maybe for others that's a big loss, but for me it's within my risk. The bookmap volume has nothing to do with our time frame, 5 minute, 15 minute, or hour, or does bookmap is aggregated volume. See these time slices? It's from 2 o'clock to 2:15 to 2:30. I can change the aggregated volume to different increments, to 5 minutes to 1 minute. But what it's showing is it's aggregated volume from when it opened at 2:30, and then where the aggregated volume was at 2:45, it was near the high. So it's not the same as candlesticks. It shows us more in depth as to what is going on, the transactions, who has momentum going in when these things open, when they close, is it closing is it building the depth of market? So it is a little bit different, but you can use it as like candlestick time frame. So this is your 15-minute time frame from 2 o'clock to 2:15. Where did it move in the book? Like here at 2:15, it dipped down a little bit and then continued to push where it closed near the high going into 2:30. 2:30, just small pullback, continued to bid it up, and then it started to break out where it closed again near the high at 2:45. 2:45 broke a high, it pulled back, acted as the support, and now it's pushing a new higher high right into that heat at 2050, where we're getting a new time slice at 1500 at 3 p.m. So we'll see there, and that's power hour. 3 o'clock is power hour. So we'll see how the markets trade going into the last hour of the day. Guys, I really wanted to do a top-down analysis on gold to show like how it moved over the weekend. We'll do that tomorrow. I got caught in this trade with this US30 and this. I should have been a little bit tighter, zone to zone. I apologize, guys. I gave it more room to allow it to develop, to break down here. I should have maybe, when I look at it, had opportunities to get out in profit for not a lot of profit, for just 15 pips, but that's all the market was giving. And when it went back up, it came back down. But that was a different story. That was that big rejection candle. Like, remember at 2:30. So it came up green, and then they really rejected it, and it was red, 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 red. Look at where it came down. Like, that's the type of candles I look for. I can't get mad at that, because that's the setups we look for. That is that big rejection at a higher time frame at 2:30, where they trapped the buyers and they brought it right down there where it was a perfect candle to break and push down. But the market did not allow it. We saw a lot of manipulation in this session where they gapped up a lot of green candles to help it go back up. We saw right here there was a lot of attempts where it could have broke, and we would have been in 30, 40 pips of profit. But in this situation today, it did not allow it. So you got to understand that sometimes the market will not allow the move to happen. That doesn't mean that you got to hold these trades forever. I got stopped out right there, and I had enough of it. I gave it more opportunities, more than enough than I normally give trades to break. But I didn't want to be part of, if it closed above here or impulsively broke, my loss would have been further compounded because I didn't get stopped out there. I didn't respect my stop loss. I respect my stop loss. I respected this red zone, and I gave it a little bit more above here. But I didn't want to be part of that impulse breakout. That's trading, guys. If that's hard for you to understand, then you're probably going to have a tough time in the markets. Okay, that's what I'm noticing. Some of you guys are holding losses forever. Like, and this trade could turn into you're holding this through power hour, and you're at a further loss, and then you haven't closed it out then because you hope and pray it's going to come back down, and then you're going into the Tokyo session, holding it, they gap up the market, and you're at a further loss, and all of a sudden it's driving. And you've lost maybe 2 days worth of profit on one trade because you're not getting out when you should be getting out. Okay, so it's the life of a trader, guys. You have to respect these zones. Sometimes they go in your favor and sometimes they go against you, but you still have to respect them regardless. I respected this zone, but unfortunately it didn't break. I wanted it to break, but it didn't. But it still could possibly. Like, if you look now, that was the big move at 950 going into 10. They brought it right back up. That's what I was trying to sell, this area. It's still no green volume up there yet, but maybe power hour it will be. But if you extend this red box across and it still stays below here, yes, it could break from this yellow line and come all the way back down here. But I've got an alert here set up. At some point, if it does break down here or come back down here, I'm going to get alerted, and then I'm going to watch this area. 36,150, this level. I'll get an alert on my mobile, and I'll look at how it's trading, and maybe I might be able to recover my loss down there, but right now I don't want to play this inside game with this volume on a Monday. It's a Monday. This is how sometimes Mondays trade. So I tested it out. It didn't work. Maybe gold. Gold was the better trade right here. Remember what I said? 2026. Watch this level. Should have maybe been on gold. Gold pips are running. Good job, guys. If you're following the Discord signals and you got on gold, congratulations. Okay. That's why you can use signals as confluence to your trading. Maybe you are looking for a buy on gold. Maybe you are looking for something. Okay, so here's gold now running approximately 30 pips from the signal that came out right here at 240. Okay, above 2028. And then now when we look at how it's been developed, again, there's that green body candle close above 2028. We were looking at 2026 on the call, a little bit earlier entry, but that's confirmed as well. You got the green body close above, stop loss, maybe place it a little bit below, and the candles are building. This was our other area we were watching, 2030, 31, and it broke and it continued to push. So we're going to see if it can drive into what we have over here, that red line up to there, 2033. That's that body to body fill. And this could be continuation, additional pips. So if you're holding that, approximately 55 pips. Okay, guys, that's why. If you trade, maybe focus on one security. Okay, see how I was focusing on US30? If I was focusing on gold, I probably would have been in a buy here with you guys and the SSD signal. But I had focus on US30 and I got caught up on it. So fortunately, that's what happens too. When you focus on one chart, you could lose focus on another one. It's a sandwich day. Yeah, this is the bread. But now, like, do I get upset that I got stopped out on that impulse where I could have held it and then right now I'd be back to break even? I don't get rattled by that, guys. I know a lot of you guys do get rattled by that, but I only traded a quarter lot size. I lost 75 bucks. That's not enough for me to destroy my mindset. That's not enough for me to destroy today's profits. I had a really good day yesterday trading, scalping gold when the market popped and sold off. So like I've reduced my risk in this kind of trading, in this situation here. If it did, however, get momentum to push down here, I would have increased the sell position down here. And probably move down with that big absorption of the sellers. But it's holding, still holding. Came down a little bit, coming back up. So again, it's just not the best to be trading US30 inside of here today. Wait, be patient. I could wait for buys above here too. So I can set an alert up there. If the buyers bring it back up this afternoon and we close it above here, retest this. Could fill that imbalance and come up to 210 from 195, 15, 20 pips up to here. I could potentially recover what I lost with maybe looking for a buy above here later or continuing maybe with a sell below here. What happens if Dow drops? I'll be looking to continue to sell down in here. Okay, guys, wow, I didn't even look at the time. It's 3:06. I got to get out of here. I got to go pick up my kids. I didn't even see the time. Thank you, everyone, for joining today, start of the week. Tomorrow, we have live London, Shahab, Dave, Wall Street, and then I will come back this session, guys, tomorrow, 1 to 3 again. Hopefully, maybe we can see some better moving volume on US30 or NASDAQ tomorrow. Tomorrow, I promise we'll do more top-down analysis, get our charts done faster so that we can maybe get prepared and catch some moves tomorrow. Okay, guys, if you guys can hit the like button, we appreciate it. Join our free Telegram. It was pinned at the top of the YouTube channel. If you guys can join in here, there's a lot of stuff we show, giveaways, promos. We've got all of our links, our social links, to make sure that you're not getting scammed by anything. There is this prop firm we'd like you to check out, Take Profit Funding. check it out. See, go to visit the website, see how it is, and you guys let us know, okay? And everybody, I got to go pick up my kids. Thank you guys so much. We will see you guys. Have a good day today, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Continue to watch gold, guys, on the higher time frames. If you, at the end of the day, watch where it trades, where the daily candles close, because it could continue to retrace back up to levels or to 2050 block. We're not too far away from it, 2030. We'll see what happened. But it was exciting last night watching it break all-time highs, but it sold off hard when it broke those all-time highs. So are we ever going to get back up there? Possibly, but we got to see how it develops and where it picks up the liquidity on the daily on gold. But right now it's still bullish. So every pullback is going up higher low, higher low, higher low. It could fill all the way up to that area, 233 and a quarter. If you guys are still in this buy, congratulations. That could be a 70 pip monster up there. But guys, I got to go pick up my kids. Thank you guys. We will see you guys tomorrow. God bless everyone. Thanks for joining. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey guys, good morning, welcome to another live session of Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US30, sell, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.
As a trader, we all look for tight or low spreads, which helps us to get in and out of the market. Using the right broker can help us try different strategies. With multiple options of brokers on the web, here at Stock Sniper Trading, we have a recommended broker, that is, HankoTrade. With spreads as low as 0 pips and leverage up to 500x, HankoTrade is just one click away. With multiple account types to choose from, you also have a minimum deposit of $10. Using HankoTrade's affiliate program, refer a friend and earn up to a 40% commission on trading volume. Built by traders, for traders. HankoTrade.